That evening, under the pale lights of Beijing's night sky, whispers began to spread like wildfire across social media. A breaking piece of news stunned millions. Su Kai and Tan Songyun were reportedly seen arriving at a private hospital in Chaoyang district, the same hospital where actress Dilraba Dilmurat was said to be admitted. Within minutes, the internet erupted into chaos, a mix of fear, curiosity, and heartbreak. Witnesses at the scene described an atmosphere thick with tension. Su Kai was spotted wearing a black hoodie and cap, trying to conceal his face, while Tan Songyun followed closely, her eyes hidden behind large sunglasses. Yet, despite their attempts at privacy, cameras still caught the unmistakable expressions of worry that couldn't be masked. Fans online were quick to notice. "Why would they visit Dilraba so suddenly at night?" one comment read, while another replied, "Something must have happened. This doesn't look like a casual visit." Theories began to swirl, each one more emotional than the last. Inside the hospital, the situation was reportedly quiet but heavy. Several insiders from the entertainment industry hinted that Dilraba might have been dealing with extreme exhaustion due to her hectic filming schedule and ongoing commitments. Others, however, whispered that something more personal might be involved, a story no one was ready to tell. Su Kai, known for his calm composure, was said to have appeared visibly shaken. One source described how he stayed by the nurse's desk, repeatedly asking about Dilraba's condition, his voice low but anxious. "He looked like he hadn't slept," the source said. "You could see the fear in his eyes." Tan Songyun, on the other hand, reportedly entered Dilraba's private ward carrying a small white gift bag. Many assumed it contained something symbolic, perhaps flowers, perhaps something more personal. Her arrival added even more mystery to an already emotional scene. Outside the hospital, dozens of fans had already gathered, holding posters and messages of support. Some cried, some prayed, and others just waited silently, hoping for any kind of update. News outlets were quick to capture the moment, describing it as one of the most emotional nights in recent Chinese entertainment history. Social media platforms were flooded with hashtags like hashtag Dilraba hospitalized, hashtag Su Kai Tan Songyun, and hashtag pray for Dilraba. Within an hour, the topic topped the hot search list on Weibo, garnering over 50 million reads. Everyone wanted to know, what happened to Dilraba, and why were Su Kai and Tan Songyun there? Rumors began linking the trio in ways fans didn't expect. Some speculated that Su Kai and Dilraba had maintained a close friendship since working together on a secret project months ago. Others believed that Tan Songyun, who had publicly praised Dilraba in past interviews, came simply out of deep friendship and concern. But for many fans, the sight of both stars arriving together struck a chord deeper than gossip. It was a reminder that behind the fame, behind the glamour, these stars were still human, capable of worry, compassion, and genuine emotion. As the night wore on, reporters camped outside the hospital continued to wait. Hours passed, but there was no official statement from any of their agencies. The silence only intensified public curiosity. Every flicker of light from a hospital window, every sound of a car engine made hearts race online. Around midnight, a nurse was seen escorting Tan Songyun out. She looked visibly tired, her expression unreadable. When asked by paparazzi about Dilraba's condition, she only shook her head gently and whispered, "Please, give her space." That one line became the headline of nearly every major entertainment site the next morning. Su Kai reportedly stayed longer. According to another witness, he didn't leave until early dawn. Some say he was seen standing by the hospital garden, gazing silently at the sky before finally walking away. It was a moment that fans later described as heart-shattering. By the next morning, entertainment circles were abuzz. Was Dilraba's condition serious? What was Su Kai's connection to her? Why did Tan Songyun seem so emotional? Everyone wanted answers, but none came. Both Su Kai and Tan Songyun's teams released brief statements asking for privacy and understanding. Still, that didn't stop the speculation. Fan accounts began piecing together old clips, interviews, and behind-the-scenes moments, looking for signs of friendship or hidden affection between the three stars. Some even pointed out that Su Kai had once mentioned Dilraba as someone with a heart of gold during a live broadcast months earlier. Meanwhile, Dilraba's fanbase, one of the most dedicated in Asia, flooded social media with love and prayers. Messages poured in from all corners of the world. "Stay strong, Dilraba. You're not alone. We're waiting for your smile again." The outpouring of affection was overwhelming, proving just how deeply she is loved. Industry insiders later revealed that the situation wasn't life-threatening, but emotionally heavy. Dilraba, it was said, had been under tremendous pressure. Between back-to-back drama shoots, brand events, and personal commitments, her exhaustion reached a breaking point. Soo Kai and Tan Songyun's visit was a gesture of support, an act of quiet friendship amid chaos. Even so, the story took on a life of its own. Every small movement from the stars became a symbol. Soo Kai liking a supportive post, Tan Songyun's silence on Weibo, Dilraba's team delaying updates. Fans analyzed everything like detectives searching for clues. Days later, when Dilraba finally posted a simple message, "I'm okay, thank you for worrying about me," the internet practically broke. The comments section was flooded within minutes, and her name once again topped trending lists. Soo Kai quietly reposted her message with 3 heart emojis. Tan Songyun simply replied, "Rest well, my dear." That simple exchange melted the internet. For many, this wasn't just another celebrity story. It was a reminder of how fragile fame can be, and how genuine friendship still exists even in an industry built on appearances. The way Soo Kai and Tan Songyun showed up, silently, respectfully, without fanfare, left a deep mark on fans' hearts. Now, weeks later, the story continues to echo. Fans have begun calling it the Night of 3 Stars, a moment when compassion outshone the spotlight. Discussions about mental health and the pressures of stardom have resurfaced, with many urging celebrities to prioritize self-care. Entertainment magazines describe the moment as the most human chapter in the glamorous world of Chinese showbiz. Even critics who usually avoid sentiment admitted that the sight of 2 major stars quietly visiting their friend in a time of need was something rare and deeply touching. As for Dilraba, she has reportedly been resting and recovering well, surrounded by family and close friends. Her smile returned in her most recent appearance, though fans say they can still sense a quiet strength behind her eyes, a reminder of that long, emotional night. Soo Kai and Tan Songyun, too, have since resumed their schedules. Yet the memory of that hospital visit lingers, a symbol of empathy and care that transcended celebrity gossip. In the end, it wasn't about rumors or fame. It was about humanity. The world of entertainment can be harsh and unforgiving. But sometimes, in the midst of flashing cameras and relentless headlines, moments like this remind everyone. Even stars have hearts that feel, break, and heal. And that night, when Soo Kai and Tan Songyun arrived at the hospital for Dilraba, the world saw exactly that: raw, real, and unforgettable emotion.